All right, hello, everybody, and welcome to part 3 of Disco Elysium. Today we are going to continue with our adventure to see if we can actually get anywhere in the game today. Now, I have to say, coming at this right after Danganronpa, which Danganronpa is probably the most invested anyone has been in any recent stream series of mine in a while, and the fact that that game is how it is, tonally, I'm not sure if we're gonna do I'm not sure how the whiplash is gonna be, and maybe on second thought, I don't think these games are as different as maybe everyone thinks that they might be. I'm taking a wild guess that Danganronpa is actually gonna be very serious when we get there, but we're currently drunk as Harry, I forgot, so we're gonna shamble around. I actually think we get another crack at the door over here. I think I forgot to save before quitting last time, so I think I get...
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of...
Nah, it's still locked, so... Who knows if we'll ever get behind that door. But we'll see. But what's up, some guy? What's up, Eric? Lord Pent? Azure Gleam, Kel? I'm going to be honest, says Kel. I have no idea what this game is. What this game is great. This game is excellent. It's up there for me. It's one of my favorites.
With a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell. Then a woman picks up the receiver.
Also, hello, Lord Pent.
Bruno,
I think I might have missed.
Stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
Wait. Hold on. It's me. Please open the door. I'm trying to get in.
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were... But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead.
You just got done teaching and you're real pissed at your students and the admin, so you'll just listen? Kel? Well, you're just like me for real. Now, the good news here, once we get off the call here, today we are going to be joined on the stream by Midnight Cowboy, who is going to be who has played this game, who made a video on it quite a while ago, so I am excited for that. We need the new hands lore. There's not a whole lot I can say, chat. If you want to know what today's teaching was like, let's just say I had to bring back hands in context. It's great. What's up, Kanye West? You ready for Disco Elysium, Kanye? Hell yeah. So let's see if I can get this going. Here, let's see if we can get Midnight Cowboy in here. No, I didn't meet the kid again. I just had another having to shout hands experience. So we're moving. My life is definitely not ending. Oh my god. Okay, hello. Let me bring your volume down a little bit.
Oh, my groaning was too much for you to handle.
Well, I don't know. I was fine with it. I don't know what the audience is going to think. Let me get you some Disco Elysium.
Oh, yes, please.
Some 720 30 FPS Disco Elysium. You won't be able to tell the difference between this and the Switchport.
Mm.
So we are let me catch you up. So hello, thank you for hopping on.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. See, are you all on day 3?
We're on day 1.
Oh, okay, yeah.
because, let's just say with the Harry's inner monologue being voice acted now, and then also stopping to yammer frequently, and then also my sink exploding, the gimmick didn't end up being particularly feasible for this run. A lot of things that just stacked time and time and time onto the run. But let me give you an update on where we are. The body's still in the tree.
Naturally.
User in chat Kryptonite paid $20 so that every time the option "I am the law" comes up, we have to say it, which means that the door in the bookstore we can't access, because if you say "I am the law," she won't open it with you, and we have 2 physique, so I can't kick the door down either. And
oh, that's great.
I did get Joyce to give us a bunch of money, so that's where we are.
Well, that's good. You are committed to being a cop as much as possible.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
Well, and I'm super committed because Harry's drunk and on 1 HP, so this is going to end bad whenever this ends.
See, I've never seen that little like wine glass icon on Harry's portrait before, and now I know why.
Wait. Did you drink and do drugs when you played this game?
I did not.
Okay.
I mean, no more than the required amount. You know?
Okay. Because drinking and drugs are like actually super OP in this game. They let you break the stat caps for Harry.
Dang, it's just like real life.
Yeah, because if you see, I have 2 physique. I actually only had 1, but because I got completely wasted and then drank the extra point of physical instrument that it had made it a permanent upgrade, I now just have 2 physique. So shout out drugs and alcohol. But right now we're just buzzing on the phone to see if maybe the pinball people will let us in. I don't know.
Silence. No one answers your call.
Dang, they didn't take pity on you.
We also did get into the harbor by, despite having 1 physique, roundhouse kicking Measurehead.
Oh, you did that?
Yes.
You got the roll? Oh.
Well, okay, I failed once and he kicked my ass. And then what actually ends up happening that's interesting is that if you have I have 6 psyche. I don't know if this is the trigger for it or not, but if you fail that roll and come back, you get +1 because volition tells you to do it again, and you get passive +1 from that. So I think they want you to kick his ass. I'm not sure, but
that's really nice.
You
it
ring
really
the
is.
doorbell, but no one answers.
Thank you, Azure Gleam, for joining as a member. Welcome to Bophead. That also means you can pick a Harry line whenever we get to one. Please don't kill my
All
build
you hear
again.
is static, but no one answers the call. You ring the doorbell, but nothing happens.
So the only person that's answered any of our calls is Plaisance, who told us to fuck off pretty much because I've already ruined her as an option to get any information from.
You wait for a minute or 2.
That's okay. Plaisance doesn't
all
matter.
You get from
Yeah,
the
no.
call box is silence.
We're just gonna kick her
No
door
one
down. It'll be
answers the
fine.
call.
What's up, Loomer?
I always think it's really funny, like, that like you can convince her to open the door, by like telling her that there's that the whole building is actually haunted.
Yeah, in my first playthrough, that's what I convinced her of. But because I'm the law, I can't convince her of that anymore. It puts us in a bad situation. I've never played this game, so if I kill Harry, my bad. Oh, Harry's already died like 5 times so far this stream series. I died from, let's see, I vomited myself to death. I had I kicked a trash can and died. That one was fun. Because Harry had a heart attack. He kicked the trash can too hard and lost his only HP.
Looks like someone has melted half the
That's so
plastic
depressing.
off with
Yeah.
a lighter. The doorbell doesn't work anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You hear static from the intercom speaker. It
Equipment
sounds
said
as
you
if
ran out
someone
of beer
has
power
picked up
and
the
died. I think you
receiver,
needed to
but
drink more
isn't
beer.
saying anything.
Yeah,
You can
actually,
almost hear
that
them
would probably
breathe.
fix the problem.
Yeah, because all your beer ran out.
Okay,
That's
so
the problem.
yeah, you can't see it right now because Harry currently only has his shoes on, but we can't access the thing right now. But another thing that we did do in this run is first thing I did was rob the convenience store. I stole the rain jacket and then just wore it in front of the clerk before buying beer and alcohol and smokes. That's when he stole it and then pointed at the Girls Yuri magazine with, "I approve of this. Very futuristic." So this has been quite the Harry run. Joseph R. Bean, thanks for your streams. I'm playing through this for the first time with my partner. She's really touched by how nice everyone still is when I make Harry say wacko shit. So I don't know how you played the game the first time you went through it, but a lot of people have been saying, like in chat and people that I've talked to about it, that like they got like horrible social anxiety from the dialogue options and would usually pick like the most appeasing thing, the most appropriate thing. I have been in this playthrough saying the wacko insane shit, and it really is a feast how just nice, kind, and forgiving everyone is to Harry. Just to make sure, even though he should probably shoot you on the spot.
They're all so nice to him because he's a mess and also supposedly has a gun, even though he doesn't.
Well, that's funny. I almost did get a game over. I was saved by Kim, but apparently you get a game over for this if Kim is not there. I told Joyce that Mr. Everard's helping me find my gun, and everyone reacts shock, and Kim is like, "No, he just says that to detect. You know, he wants to see how people react, but he doesn't mean it." And then one of your options after that is to just repeat the line again. "Mr. Everard's helping me find my gun." And if Kim is not, Kim will then say, "Please, Joyce, make him say something else." And she will. But if he's not there, you get a game over at that point, because then Harry just keeps saying, "Mr. Everard is helping me find my gun," over and over and over again. And it just ends there.
Oh my god.
Let's see.
That's fitting. You know, that's a fitting end for Harry, I think.
Kryptonite says he starts screaming it. Oh, it's not a game over. Harry just gets stuck for a while. His brain has to reboot him. What's up, Jose and Blueberries? I feel that Harry is normally an insane person that says insane stuff, but this game made me experience social anxiety, so I played as a sorry cop. Do you remember what cop you were? I actually don't know how many times you've played this game. I know you played it at least once, because you did the video on it.
I gave it one full playthrough. I started another playthrough, didn't finish it. I remember I did have a lot of sorry cop.
Yeah.
I definitely got sorry cop because I think you just kind of end up in sorry cop a lot of the time, because you just have to go through day one of like Harry just realizing all the shit he did wrong and going, oh.
Yeah, I am. Let's see. First playthrough,
and I'm not here to make anyone angry.
I was superstar.
At least not that Harry.
No, I was superstar cop on my first playthrough, and on this one, right now, I'm hobo cop. So I've been like digging through the trash and shit. Hello, is anyone?
I definitely got hobo cop too.
Yeah.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric.
Oh.
Have you come to place an order?
Wait, but what happened to Slipstream SCA? There's no Tricentennial Electrics on the list.
Lie. Yes, I've come to place an order.
My God.
Any option to lie, I always take. I just jump on it instantly.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
Sorry?
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice.
She must be mistaking you for someone else. No, something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you?
Stand up straighter. Yeah, it's me. Here I am again, crawling back into your life.
Michelle, just please.
What's up, Dylan? The stream convinced me to buy and play Disco Elysium, and you got sorry cop almost instantaneously. I think the first thought that I got when I first played was surprise feminist ally or whatever it's called, where you like inexplicable feminist agenda. Yeah, that was. I think that was the first thought I got.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
Of course I care. It's just that I've been through some tough time.
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget.
Forget about what?
She sounds like she's about to cry.
Oh God, please don't cry.
She doesn't answer.
You said it was nice. What's so nice about forgetting?
Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay.
I get it. You don't want to talk to me. No one ever wants to talk to me. That sounds like some sorry cop shit right there.
Another seagull passes by. It's getting cold standing here.
Sounds like you're
staring
re-traumatizing
at the
some
silent
radio
coal
static.
box.
It must have been some kind of faulty wiring. We should maybe stop playing with this doorbell. It looks ancient.
Fuck!
You
Hang up
press
the call.
note sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read.
Wait. We can call back as like a little volition check? Huh. Wait, main hall whirling in rags. Wait, can we fuck with Gart out here?
Nothing happens
Damn.
after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you.
Should call her again and be like, I feel like we got off to a bad start there.
Let's see, do we get it?
No.
Ah.
Hold on. The last thing you need in your life is more hysteric emotions. Forget it. Find something else to do.
Revachol Ice City based Gart not answering the phone. Gart is like the most reasonable person in Disco Elysium, but I feel like being a dickhead to him every time.
Silence. No one answers the doorbell. Silence. No one's home at Fortress Accident.
All right, empty card.
This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
All right, so nothing we can get there except for re-traumatizing the radio, faulty wiring. Okay, so we don't... I'm trying to think of where the situation is to get you caught up, because basically we could have helped Joyce investigate drugs, but that didn't work out because we ended up just beating the shit out of Measureheads. We don't need to do it anymore. We're kind of at that awkward early game phase where, like, I've seen Everard. I can't get the body down because I throw up each time. I did successfully almost get the body down once, but then got a game over immediately afterwards, so it's just back up
There
here.
he still is,
Yeah.
looking right through you with his white eyes. The
You can beat the game without ever investigating the body. It's an achievement, actually.
That's good.
So
Yeah, because like there's not, I like day one, you know, there's not a ton of things to do. I think this is the point where like they kind of want you just wandering around.
yeah, the only thing that gets weird is like running out of things to do, because day 1 and 2 are really like collect as much information as you can. Day 3 is when like the game opens up, because if I'm not mistaken, that's when a certain independent event happens in the town that just sort of forces you to, that gives you the full map to move through, and then everything kind of goes from there. Because I think one of the only characters I haven't talked to yet is her up here. Let's see.
The streets will flow
Cindy the
red
Skull.
once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date
Wow,
of birth,
what a
blood
cool
type.
name.
The
Yeah.
last time I was tested for Hep C,
Cindy the Skull. Hep. Yeah, when were you last tested?
had a battery of tests just last week. I'm practically a patchwork of interesting critters. Kinda like a manowar.
She's grown frustrated with her work and welcomes the opportunity to challenge authority in other ways.
What are you doing to the wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
What's up, Red Pira? I am the law. I don't think I missed an I am the law. I hope not, at least. I have an opinion on this. Want to hear it?
Yeah?
I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
You've lessened her desire to deface the building.
Okay, that kind of sucks. I didn't want to make her stop. Do you know anything about the murder?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
You keep looking off to the side. What are you looking
The
at?
lieutenant is desperately searching for another handkerchief. Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
You mean Joyce?
On a first name basis with her, are we? Piggy's moving up in the world.
Yeah, I don't like her either.
Pig's not half as dumb as he looks.
Catch you later.
Watch your back, Ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
Well, that got us a lot of information.
Indirect modes of taxation. Turns out those Financial Oversight Committee gangsters stuffed millions of hard-earned dividends away in the last place anyone thought to look. The hearts and minds of everyday Rivasholians. You need to spread that deregulation gospel to the people. Tell them about that foreign fare tax. Preach that 98% gross burden. Preach it, preacher man. Set the brothers free. Taxes are racist.
Oh, great. We're libertarian hobo cop. I forgot. So, because I'm like, I feel like it's funny, right? Because if you try to go for like all Chivos or something, I'm not trying to go for all achievements in this game because that just sounds like a nightmare. But it is funny how like doing that. Wow, I'm losing empathy from indirect modes of taxation. This is terrible. That's like my whole build is psyche, but you know, whatever. Some guy says undulate and reprobate are some of my favorite words. Those are good words. What does undulate mean? I really don't know how to describe undulate other than to like mimic what it does, because it's like something that goes like whoa. I think about
ungulate.
Yeah. I learned that word from No More Heroes. It's the fucking snatcher scene, because it's when Harry. Wait, because Travis Touchdown's brother's name is Harry, right? No, it's Henry.
Henry, yeah.
It's Henry. Henry comes down and kills that giant robot dude. And he's like, oh yeah, your oscillations are looking good today. Or your undulations are looking good today. That's undulate, undulate. Oh, shit. Did I mix up undulate and undulate? Fuck. I'm a fraud.
That's an unforgivable offense.
It's over.
Yeah,
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance
I'm
to
fine
the
with that.
apartment building. It's locked.
I got a hate comment recently of someone going like, wow, can't believe you mispronounced this word. And then I like checked out of curiosity and I pronounced the word correctly. Like, damn.
The door rattles against your knuckles,
you bothered to
but
comment
there's no
that.
response.
Yeah. Sorry for pronouncing the word Pyric correct.
The door rattles again, but this time
You hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door. I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
This is the police. Open the door.
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
Please let me inside. It's cold out here.
No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Kim, tell her we're real policemen.
Madame, I assure you, we are real police officers.
There is no reply. Just faint sweeping sounds inside.
I wonder if I should put clothes on.
I'm sure people don't think anything weird about that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure not. We did break
It
into
is
this guy's
cold.
house. Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine though.
There must be another way into the building.
Whoa! What the? That just blew my ears out.
So much for a quiet
Yeah,
smoke.
that was way louder than.
What
I
was
expected.
that? Whoa! I've never heard those little things be voiced before. What the heck?
Neither have I.
You got that glitched? Is it a glitch, Mega Kim? It's a glitch known as Mega Kim. We're gonna call it that. Okay, so this door. Yeah, let's not. I want to test it, but like maybe not on stream, or while I have headphones on. Wait, we could examine this wall.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
We have a 3% conceptualization check. Am I really good at conceptualization? No, I'm actually dog shit at it. I have 1 conceptualization. But it's light blue.
You ought to get like a physique boost for having no clothes.
You really
Just
should.
an
Do
ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
you think we can hit it?
Definitely.
You have no
Oh,
clue.
so close!
It's just a wall.
Oh, we rolled an 11. I can't believe it.
So
would've been
many
cool.
walls all over Martinez. Weather-worn, cracked, their paint peeling.
That would have been so hard if we got that. Okay, so we need to find... Is this trash can open? Hobocop needs it. Okay, I'm not seeing... I don't remember. I could have sworn there was another way in. That's a crowbar can? Oh, wait. Does Harry, like... He good with tools? Put
Yeah,
the-
what's that noise down there?
I guess you can pretend like he is.
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
Why are you whispering? It sounds like you're already in trouble.
There's no trouble. I'm just speaking in a lowered voice. I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Actually, the gendarmerie really needs to talk to you.
Is it really that important?
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
Of the stats, I think half-light and electrochemistry are the two that have like permanently altered my brain ever since I played the game for the first time, because I do relate a whole lot to the half-light image. It just, I don't know, something about it. Like, I felt like that today when I had to scream hands, hands, hands again as a retro throwback.
That's how I feel every day.
Hands, hands, hands. You know what? Fine, whatever. I don't care. Let's see. Can you tell me your
You
name?
My
do
name?
that to like
My name
get
is
kids to,
Martin
like take their hands off each
Martinez.
other or whatever.
No, hands was the thing where there was like the one place I was at, where I student taught, where they had one kid's desk had like masking tape in the shape of a hands on the desk, and you had to scream hands if his hands weren't on there, because he kept jerking off in class. So you had to scream that.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I had to scream hands today. I'm so glad I'm leaving. I'm so glad I found a different line of non-work, a different line of unemployment. This is the worst. I feel like Harry in the sense that I'm unemployed but still have to go to work.
Martin Martinez. Good
You're like
local
Harry, because
name.
whenever you say some
Let's go
whack
with
shit,
that.
everyone around you is just like, you
Yeah.
know, you're right.
I could probably say some crazy Harry Dubois shit and no one would notice. No one would care. I mean, to be fair,
You're like, I was thinking that the whole time, Mr. Joe.
yeah, no, like there would be like wild shit that you could just get away with because everybody would be like, I agree with that. I really do. Looks like you've got a good view of the whirling's background. Can you tell me anything about the hanging?
I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
This guy used to be voiced by one of the Chapo guys, you think? Huh. I know they redid a lot of the voice acting, right? Between the final cut and like this one, or between the original version and the final cut. I know Kuno changed.
We will remove the body
Twitch,
as soon as
Twitch
possible.
made us lose the original
Now tell
Kuno.
us,
So sad.
where were you last Sunday?
Why did we lose original Kuno? Was there anything behind it? Like, I don't know. Like, was the voice acting just bad, or was there something else?
It wasn't bad. I think that like when the game kind of got onto streaming on Twitch, I think there were just like a lot of lines that like Twitch did not agree with in terms of like their like just their censorship and stuff. So they redid all the lines. I don't remember why they got a different voice actor for it. Maybe they just like toned Kuno down a little bit so he isn't so screechy.
Yeah.
I won't lie, I kind of miss it. I love original Kuno. Current Kuno is good too, but like nothing is like OG Kuno.
Yeah. Current Kuno, I haven't really heard original Kuno, but the current Kuno is probably my... I don't know. Okay. If we remove Harry and Kim, if we just pretend they don't exist, Kuno's probably my favorite character in the game. But it's like...
That's great.
Yeah. Saying your favorite character in Disco Elysium like sort of pretends that Harry and Kim don't exist. It's like saying your least favorite boss in Dark Souls. It's like... The actual answer is who other than Bed of Chaos? Like
you have to answer that question with the assumption that, oh, well, it has to be Bed of Chaos, so I have to pick something else.
Yeah, everyone's going to say Bed of Chaos, and no one's going to say Ceaseless Discharge. So you got to take those two off. Exactly. And because Ceaseless Discharge is like my favorite boss ever. But, that's interesting. Is that why the F slur is censored in this version, or was it always censored? Was it just Twitch? Because
it was not censored in the original.
Okay, because I did find that censorship surprising, just because like it seems very weird that this game would censor that one word unless there was some other given the nature of this game, I should say. I was appreciative of it because it meant my stream didn't get demonetized until Zom went in after the fact and demonetized it themselves because they're now owned by like hedge fund guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Having a version of the game where, there's not some kid shrieking the F-bomb every now and then is probably for the best. Especially if this game, people wanted to stream this and all.
Yeah.
That's the world we live in.
The funny thing is that this game does have a streamer mode that removes copyright stuff, and I still got demonetized. Shout out Zom or Zaum, whatever. I don't know how you say their name, but man.
Oh.
Someone's saying there's at least one uncensored F slur that I know of, like an undetonated landmine in Eastern France. I guess they must have missed one.
They will miss one. Well, I'm gonna find it and get demonetized, aren't I? But yeah, I'm glad that people. It seems like everybody here likes Balcony Smoker. I do too. I like Balcony Smoker. You already stated.
He has to go see his Saturday friend. Or his Sunday friend.
I guess we'll find out. I can't remember 100% because those, unless I miss stuff, I feel like these characters don't get a ton of time. But I might have missed like some scenes with them.
I always liked the smoker on the balcony, but I never got the checks to like really get to know him a little better.
I would say maybe we will with Psyche, but I'm about to die when this beer wears off. Did you look at Kim?
No, not you two. Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
Last week? I don't know. Look.
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over. It was my Sunday friend.
Sunday
Makes
friends.
sense. Friends are nice on Sunday. You don't have to work. You can just spend time with pals, watching rugby and drinking beer.
What's your? I keep thinking because I did get the Measure headline where he tells us that we have to go away because we work for a homoerotic organization. What's your friend's real name? Did he see something?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Under the dull and darkening sky, the neighboring windows stand silent.
All right, we'll talk
No.
later.
We won't. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Oh, this is perfect. This is what we were built for. Let's convince him to stay.
Oh, please.
This
Yes.
isn't the place or time for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind the curtains?
Hey, listen. I'm just trying to make things okay again. Can we meet again somewhere else? Also, yeah, Kryptonite. Someone did bribe us to always pick gay options if we have the option to. I think it was Blueberries that
For
did.
a moment, the man
Good.
on the balcony seems almost vulnerable.
Because isn't...
You
Something
passed the gay
moves
check.
in the depths of his feline eyes, compassion, and a hint of understanding.
Because if I'm not mistaken, isn't just like inexplicable feminist agenda, isn't there a gay thought that you can have? Oh yeah, the homosexual underground.
Ah, there we go.
Or date of birth generator. Opioid receptor antagonist. There's so many of these. Finger the eject button.
Oh, you gotta go for the litany of Contact Mike.
Oh yeah. The litany of Contact Mike. Did I get that on my first playthrough? I can't remember. There's so many in this game.
All I remember is that I don't know if it's like all skills or maybe it's like skills of like physical, like all physical skills, but I know that if you complete Contact Mike, it like resets all of a certain kind of check.
Huh. Because Contact Mike's like the boxer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe I did get it.
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
Is it possible to play this game with ones in all stats? Can you do you have to put points in anything?
But, hold on. What's
I
that?
think you have to.
For a split second, his hand lingers, as though gesturing towards a stone placed right next to the front door.
Milk Toast says you can do it and it's miserable.
It's a sign.
It's just a series of Harry dying to very innocuous things.
Like a Everart's chair.
Good luck with the investigation.
Everart's him. We need more Everarts in the world.
Well, good, because there's two.
Yeah. Everart gets shit done, though.
Yeah.
He's gone.
We should run after him, see where he
No
went.
point in running. Tournaments like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
So we just give up.
He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case. He did leave us a sign. Did you see that? He wanted to draw our attention to that stone right over there. If we find a way inside the
Imagine
building,
Harry looking over
we
to
can
Kim
ask
and just
around
be
for
like,
his
he was
apartment.
totally flirting with you.
Yeah.
A stone like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud. Maybe there's something under it. There's a key beneath it, rusty from the dirt.
This must be for the front door. Pity doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has many apartments, and the man can be in any of them.
How are we going to find the right
We'll
one?
just have to go in and see.
Okay, well, we got the key. Someone did say we could use the crowbar, though, on this trash can. I've completely forgotten that we can, like, do that with things. Yes. Oh, signal blue navy coat for +1 suggestion. Oh, we could have worn that to make that check we passed easier. Well, we can go into the apartment building now, but now that I have the crowbar, I'm trying to remember where all the things are that we can crowbar. Because there's that one chest up near Everart's container that he just sits in that I've never opened, and I think that might be a crowbar box. I don't know what's in there. I've never opened it, so...
Oh yeah, I remember it's pretty tough to open.
Well, there's the, there's like a little chest I'm talking about. Are you thinking of the giant container that the check is like convince the door to open?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's a different one. I don't know if we'll get that one. But I have opened it and it's very cool. I don't want to spoil it for anybody that has not seen it, but we're going to try to convince that door to open.
Okay.
Let me see what kind of check it runs, though. Is it suggestion?
You're back before the cargo container.
Oh, it's rhetoric. Yeah, we might. We're never gonna get it.
I bet if you wear that jacket to the guys who were playing buckyballs or whatever over the water, he would have some weird feelings about it.
Oh yeah, I bet he would. Oh, half-light gloves.
Ooh.
Gloves that increase our feeling of half-light. That's horrible. That's toxic.
The gloves that make you fight people.
Volition says, do it again. It's a 3% time to bring back Gilliam. No, it's really not, Lord Pent. We don't play Fire Emblem here. Not after Fire Emblem Engage, we don't. Oh, no.
Oh.
It's funny, I remember we had briefly talked about Engage. I think I just looked at you and said, am I crazy or does this game, like, actually suck? And you were like, you just kind of looked dejected and looked down and you're like, yeah, it's not good.
God, I want to go back to it and, like, just one day, like, just not take it seriously at all. Just play on the easiest difficulty possible. Like, and just not care.
See if you
Some
can...
of those later levels would just get stupid.
Yeah. See if you can just jam out with it.
Yeah.
That might be the way to do it.
Like, I feel like it would just get to a certain point where, like, every single character becomes like a one-man army.
Yeah. They have to or they die. Like, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, like, I kind of got disappointed with how, like, all or nothing the gameplay in Engage was. Like, my party got to a point where, like, there were 2 or 3 characters who were doing pretty much all of the work. And then the rest of the team was just kind of there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a kind of a sad game. I am going to be replaying it soonish, so I'm excited to see. So we're going to rob, steal people's money, steal people's shoes and shit.
It'll be fun to see you play it again. I could definitely stand to give it another chance. It honestly felt like the ceiling for just how powerful your characters could get was so high that the only check you can have to yourself is to just, like, you're just broken checks broken, right?
Yeah.
Like, it just gets to a point where the only thing the game can do to keep making it challenging is give you really, really dumb things to fight.
Yeah. Which, you know, I don't necessarily mind if, like, oh my god, Kim got through the locked door and he came back out. Thanks, Kim. Thanks,
Oh,
buddy.
Kim, do that again.
Kim, please, other side of the door, please. Kim. Kim? During unemployment in the summer of Fire Emblem. Yeah. Yeah. Do you say new things at the
Ooh,
top?
The piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are.
Yeah, I guess to close that out, I don't think I was imaginative enough in my playthrough, but I've also heard from people that got really good at that game that, like, you do just make everyone good in the same way, which is, like, you give them specific emblem ring, and you get them, like, the Kanto skill, and then everyone just goes brrr, and it's just the same thing. And then I guess there was C Dot, the dancer, so, you know, I guess he did a different thing, but that was it.
Yeah, because they changed up the way the classes work to such a degree that, like, they just made it so every character can all do the same things, or at least the same things that are truly valuable.
Yeah.
So, like, you just pick your favorite characters, give them all the buffs you want, and go to town.
Yeah.
It's like, that's cool. I kind of wish that, like, the game played differently depending on which character I picked.
Yeah.
I wish I didn't have to spend hours and hours sifting through menus to get to that point.
Yeah, the menus in recent Fire Emblem have been kind of brutal.
Yeah, it doesn't really... It's not a game where I want to sit down and spend the entire time in menus. There are games like that I enjoy. But, like, if I'm playing Fire Emblem, I want to play anime chess. I
remember you playing Echoes, and I think you got to the last map, and you just kind of looked up, and you were like, Jesus fucking Christ.
No, I liked the last map of Echoes. I didn't finish it because I think I just got like a bunch of whiffs on the final boss and lost and just got tired.
Yeah, you're at that point you can be like, you did everything you could have done to beat the game. Might as well look up the ending on YouTube.
Yeah, like I literally beat the game, except I lost it to a couple of whiffs. Like I'm nah. That's it for me.
You're like, yeah, no, electrochemistry tells me I did it. Half-Light tells me I did it. You know, Volition tells me to jump off a roof, but beside that, you know, it's pretty good. We did it. Oh, that's right. We're evolved. We've evolved.
Yeah, I can see that. Cool mutations.
Most words with aunt in them are fun. Jaunt, flaunt, argonaut. What's up, Daniel? I agree with that. Those are fun words. Argonaut, especially, is a fun word because you don't get to use it often.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
Fuel? Is that heavy fuel
Red
oil?
dyed heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
She really did it. She's proud of it too.
Okay, I've already mentioned this on stream before, but I have to tell you this for the first time because Loomer made another 4 years of Three Houses discourse joke. I had been thinking, because Disco Elysium and Three Houses came out almost at the exact same time, like within a couple months of each other. I wish if I could take one thing out of Three Houses and put it in Disco Elysium, I would take the suggestion box where like random characters ask for advice on stuff and Byleth like gives his like recommendations. I want the suggestion box, but with Harry, the one like answering people's anonymous cries for help.
There should be one outside your hotel room.
You just get like the little silhouette of like Joyce or something, or Gary, who we'll meet later, just asking something. I think that would be a lot of fun.
It'd be good.
Fumes are bad for you, okay?
Something to think about next time you're driving around in your pretty little piggy carriage.
She was not helpful, Cindy the Skull.
Here, I can give you 4 years worth of Fire Emblem discourse right here. Fire Emblem is fun, but so much of the intended gameplay experience is so fraudulent because the games are so easy and go so much faster if you just solo with one character.
It is one of the... You know, and it's funny. I'm trying to think, because, like, you know, Pokemon is like that, too, a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting,
absolutely is.
and I think that's, like, kind of an interesting, weird thing that Fire Emblem is like that. Pokemon is like that. I have to imagine Pokemon's like that on purpose, because it's a kid's game.
Rearranging the furniture.
And
The number on the panel says 10.
most people I knew beat at least one Pokemon game, not realizing they could catch Pokemon when they were like 6, and just like swamped the Elite Four with like a level 80 Charizard.
Yeah,
Walking
like you can
stops
absolutely
abruptly,
do that.
But no one comes to
I
the
feel like
door.
it might even be like
You
a
can
little
feel
easier
tension
to
on
do
the
it
other
in
side.
Fire Emblem because I think that just because the numbers in Fire Emblem are so much lower in general, like just the numbers that you're working with, like it's so easy in Fire Emblem to just get to a point where you are taking literally 0 damage from most attacks.
Yeah, I think there's only a handful of games where that's an exception, really.
Yeah.
I think especially if you're playing one of the games, if you up that from 1 character to 2, depending on the game, there's some games like Path of Radiance where if you like allot yourself 2 characters, you'll end up with like Oscar Ike or something where like they physically can't even get hit because of how supports work.
A poor communard from
Yeah,
the
like at
outside.
least in
The
Fire
room is
Emblem, like
barely bigger than a
for
closet.
Pokemon, like even if you have a Pokemon at level 100, like they can still get eaten by some strong, super effective hits.
Yeah, well, once you get to Gen 4, really, the earlier gens are like really... Gen 1's so funny, and Gen 2's so funny. Like, you can swamp those games. You know, someone...
you can tear them apart, for sure.
Someone commented on my Gen 2 video that, that I was really bad at Pokemon because the levels that my Pokemon were in my footage was really low when I was fighting like the Elite Four and Red and stuff. And I was like, this is like a new part of like Pokemon difficulty discourse I never knew existed. That like,
why didn't you grind until level 80 for the Elite Four?
Yeah.
You scrub.
I should have.
Beat them at lower level Pokemon? What are you doing? You're bad at the game.
You soloed FE7 with Matthew on your first playthrough. That is really fascinating, Matthew.
Do I have to open the door?
Like, you can even get Matthew
Do you have a warrant?
to have defensive
I'm not
enough to
obligated
be-
to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
I would never do it. I've never had Matthew survive. At least in Hector mode, I've never had him survive past like chapter 11.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
Does Kim not realize that we have a pry bar and can go wherever we want?
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says number 11.
Examine the
It's
padlock.
a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it. Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise.
Damn, we have to get my tool in my hand. Let's leave this one. Hold on, we have to get chain cutter. Wait, did I? Trying to remember if... Oh, we do have chain cutters. I was in a... when we robbed Kim's car.
This
Thanks,
door has
Kim.
been closed with a padlock. A chalk...
Okay, so interfacing is what we want. Do we have any interfacing clothes? This is one of the strangest parts of the game. I've heard people complain about it, but I just find it so funny that the game works like this, where like your clothes affect your stats.
I really love it.
And that you just got to do a quick change real quick. All right. Now we're
This
interfacing.
door has been closed with a padlock.
I like when people
What
like
are you
comment
doing?
on what
What?
you're wearing
You're
too.
trying to cut the body
Like,
of the lock with the chain cutters,
I remember when
and it's really
like
not
during my
working.
run, there was a point where like Kim made a really weird, made like a funny comment about the gardening gloves I was wearing because I had been wearing them the entire game.
What, these ones right here? Or is
Yeah.
it different?
No, those exact gloves.
What happens if the interface, if you do the check without the tool and you win? Does Harry just rip the chains off?
I believe it's the shackle you mean to cut, detective.
Damn.
He's just
I
trying to
almost
help.
died from that.
Don't take
I almost
it
had a morale death.
bad. Relax.
Damn, you need to do more drugs, man.
Yeah. These chain cutters are broken, Kim.
Perhaps you should give it another go.
Kim pointed out the shackle. Let's try it again.
The shackle
Yes.
snaps like a twig, and the lock falls
Thanks,
to the
Kim.
floor with a little
Harry
thud.
couldn't do anything without you.
It should be possible to enter now.
After you, detective.
What would a 3% success on that look like? I don't know. I want to get at least one 3% 12. And
A
like
plaster
win.
cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Mazov.
Kim, who is this Kraz Mazov?
He's known as the father of scientific communism, also known as Masovianism. His theories about economic history greatly influenced, some would even say sparked, the anti-centennial revolution.
Why does this tenant have a bust of Kraz Mazov in their bedroom?
The White Star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting.
The word communard, just the way it's spelled, just feels like so online pilled. Whoever lives here needs to learn how the economy actually works.
I suspect that's exactly what they are trying to do.
Kim's so
There
nice.
aren't many communists around. Not after the revolution. Some
He's
youth
so
still keep the ideology going. it seems.
Sympathetic and just broken at the same time.
Yeah. He really is wonderful. Well, and I love how like Harry can just both say whoever lives here needs to learn how the economy actually works and then just still salute anyway, which we're going to do,
Whoever
of
lives
course.
here definitely shares your enthusiasm. There aren't many communists around. Not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the
Now
ideology
Harry's
going.
like a
it
true
seems.
communist.
Yeah. Because he's both saluted Karamazov and also complained about how he's dumb.
Well, he loves communism, but he thinks all communists are dumb. All the other communists, you know.
Not me, of course.
Yeah.
I'm fine. Plus morale. Ooh, substance abuse. We'll take
There we
that. I love drugs. Let's take some of those. Let's see if we can get up those stairs. Communards is what they called the people who did the Paris Commune. Really? That's interesting. I did not know that. This game is Baldur's Gate 2, but you play as some guy who's unhinged, is what you've gathered so far. Yeah, this is a CRPG. A very good one. It's the only CRPG I've ever played. I've never tried Baldur's Gate or anything, although I am now in possession of Baldur's Gate 3. Have you played Baldur's Gate 3?
I haven't, no. It is not... I would love to. I just do not think I have the time to dive into something like that.
Yeah, it's probably a pretty big ask. Like it's got to be 100 hours at least, I would imagine.
Yeah.
I recently did put 100 hours almost. I didn't put 100. I beat it. I think the final runtime was like 80 hours into Metaphor ReFantasio, and that just was like, I can never play a long video game ever again. Like, unless I'm explicitly getting paid for it, I can never do this again.
Oh, good. I won't lie. Sometimes I feel like an old man because, like, I'll see, like, some new game come out that is 100 hours long, so I know it's going to take me 300 hours to play it, and I just think to myself, like, I could just go play Skyrim again.
I've never played
Like,
Skyrim
go on a
outside
Fallout
of...
game or something.
Yeah, the only Skyrim I've ever played was when like we would fuck around with it in Iron Colin's basement. That's it.
Yeah.
Because he'd be like, check out this dual wield axe, dual wield fire magic build, and then proceed to kill the same enemy for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Iron Colin and his brother, who we'll refer to as Biff Whittle, because that's what he'll comment on the videos as is Biff Whittle, was they were playing Borderlands 2, but they spent 3 hours grinding on the first enemy in the game just to see how high they could get their level on just those. What are you doing? And they're like, oh, we're killing these birds. Check this out.
Inside,
No
you see a set of
progress. It
steering
was
levers,
great.
a radio
Dang,
microphone,
that's
a pull-out
dedication.
toolbox,
Yeah.
and the
That's
soft
the
glow
kind of game I
of the fuel
respect.
preheating
I'm the kind of
gauge.
guy who plays Earthbound and sticks around as Jeff for like 20 hours just so I can give everyone their upgraded equipment early on.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't take my time with games maybe the way that I should, as far as like, if there's a game that's like 100 hours, you'll take it and beat it in 300. I'll beat it in like 70 because I will like not do the side stuff in a lot of games. I found that was the only way I had time to beat stuff with any type of like consistency. Otherwise I would just drop stuff. Like if I start getting like dozens and dozens of hours deep into something, I'm so likely to drop it even if I like it, just because it's so long to like hold, like just doing one thing, you know?
Yeah, and that's exactly my problem. Like, I have dropped so many games, like, you know, and I don't even like play a lot of like, I don't go out of my way to play a lot of games outside of like, the stuff that I know I enjoy. Like I played, you know, a lot of like Pokemon and stuff like that. Play a lot of Dark Souls. Just cause, you know, it hurts to say it, but like, I'm an adult and I have a job.
Oh,
if
no.
I'm gonna be playing like a new game,
Oh, no.
like, I kind of want it to be something that I can finish in a weekend.
Like Hyper Light Drifter.
Yeah.
Or, wait, not Hyper Light Drifter, but that is an example of one. I was thinking of a different one. Hypnospace Outlaw. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one. So was Hyper Light Drifter. Did what?
You played Hypnospace Outlaw?
I played it for 10 minutes and then stopped playing because I was playing on Steam Deck and I was like, oh, this game needs keyboard and mouse really bad. It can't be on like a controller. And then I just didn't play it, but I was like, this game's awesome, like regardless. And I knew it was short. So I'm just, the 10 minutes was like, wow, these controls don't work, but also this game's so cool. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that game's crazy.
Yeah.
As you tap on the gauge,
I never
the
finished it
indicator
either, but
pin
like I spent
jerks
several
as if
hours
startled.
just like
It's in the
roaming
large
around
orange sector,
those like
indicating the engine
like
is warm.
90s looking
Next to
internet
the
web
gauge
pages
is a red
and like just
switch
having the time of
labeled
my life.
heat.
Yeah.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Alternative translation.
Yeah, no, I
Don't
don't know
even
about you,
think
but
you can
I mean
drive my
you do
MC.
you do streaming. I have not done the streaming yet. But like I just don't have the time to like dedicate to like games that are gonna take hundreds of hours to play through.
Yeah, I feel like I can't do it much either. I can maybe get one of those games every other year maybe, and if it's one that like, you know, there'll be like an Elden Ring or something where like I'll be like, okay, I will enthusiastically put all of the time you know, into it that it takes, but like
Yeah.
Elden Ring's probably the most hours I've put into any game's single playthrough. Do I have a level up yet? No, I'm still short on experience. Since I like short games in Dark Souls, you should try Fury. It's a great game that takes like 6 or so hours to beat. How's Dragon Quest VII going? Dragon Quest VII is really long. I kind of hit a wall on it because this has been a anime binge month for me.
Ooh.
So
Before we move on, I will say just to gas it up. I know Iron Colon really likes Fury. He's recommended it to me multiple times.
Iron Colon is built on some other level of crazy shit because he got through most of Dark Souls and stopped on keyboard and mouse. And I kept saying like, you know, the exact opposite of what like you're saying. I'm like, dude, you're an adult with a job. Just get a gamepad. Get a controller.
Like that was something else to witness.
It was obscene. It was genuinely obscene watching people play Dark Souls who've never played them before without any of like the build up, because I've been having I've been Speedy Hawk has been streaming it, and I've been on there trying to teach him how to play it, and he is obsessed with using the jump attack. Like the Dark Souls 1 jump attack. Not Elden Ring jump attack. That's like an actual part of the kit that's reliable and good. The Dark Souls 1 push up and heavy attack at the same time. Jump attack. And like, I've been stunned by how good it actually is. Like, it's not in the game on accident, and I can't believe it. Can I talk to this guy?
Or there was
The worker. Isn't
do you
it?
remember
Perhaps
when,
he's on his way to where you just came from.
what was it?
Into the primordial darkness.
Who was it that was playing Dark Souls and kept using like the backstep?
Was it
Instead of
That
dodging?
sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
Sorry, I wanted to let that electrochemistry play because this is where we're gonna lick the rum off the table. That was that was X0X man / Zero Kim Chess. He beat Dark Souls 1 almost entirely on backstep, which I guess you could do with Dark Souls 1 a little bit, like, because you don't need to dodge in that game if you just gear up real heavy and thick. But it's still absurd.
Yeah.
I still can't believe it. Pretty
Yeah,
long.
now he has definitely played more Elden Ring than me.
Yeah.
How times have changed.
Oh, the world. Hey, look, I'm going back to college. I have no idea what my free time's going to look like. I'm expecting it to be nothing, but I might be shocked and be like, wow, I have all the time in the world. So I'll play how about 10 more playthroughs of Elden Ring? How about I get the Platinum Trophy 4 more times? Pretty long. It's drink o'clock.
Attaboy. It's coming back to him. You had your mesolimbic reward pathway worried there, not thinking about drinking all that time. It was like you weren't yourself.
Yeah, I've been secretly thinking about it all the time, actually. I should be thinking about. Now that you mention it, I do need a rum and lemonade. I'd love for Gart to serve me up a beverage.
Forget about the bar. Or don't forget about it. You should
Poor
totally
Gart.
try to get a drink
Gert
there
didn't
too.
ask for any of this.
But
Gart did
first,
nothing wrong.
you should lick that stain off the counter. Yeah, man. Let's get wild.
Gert's just a tired
Lick it.
service worker. Leave him alone.
I've been more mean to Gart than I've been to the guy whose own mom named him racist lorry driver. Lick it. Lick it, but only a little. We're gonna full lick it.
Calmly,
Chat, we're licking.
The lieutenant looks out of the window, then to you, licking the tasty rum stain off the counter, then out of the window again.
Iron Colon based chemist. I wish I could get Iron Colon on. I need to get Iron Colon on stream so I can share or get him to share with the world the wonders of his his dissertation. I don't know if you've seen it. I've seen the leather-bound book of his final project, and it is amazing because it's so thick and voluptuous. And then I opened it up, and I was like, dude, half the pages are blank. And he's like, oh, that's not all. The last 3/5 of this book is all student work because I'm proving the pedagogy of what I studied and like how to teach it, showing how to teach it as well. And I'm like, that's innovative. And he's like, but the first 2/5 of the book is my own work, and I flipped to a random page at the beginning, and both pages on both sides were blank. And I was like, what? Check
He's
it
a
out.
phony.
Like he's no, he's not. He's a fucking genius because now we have to call him doctor.
What are you doing?
Investigating.
That's
We
kind of
should
what
know.
like my portfolio for
You could
like my
definitely
master's in
go for
teaching
some
felt
more.
like though,
The
because
titillating
the
scent of
last several
alcohol in your
pages of it
nostrils
is just all like
was
lesson
beautiful.
plans that I made.
Yeah. Well, that's what mine was too.
Yeah.
I feel guilty saying this, but like part of me wonders that if I was in like that specific, you know, if I was in education grad school again, I do wonder if I was in it now, I probably would have filled in all of those lesson plans with like ChatGPT or something. Because I am morally repulsed by the concept of ChatGPT, but am I more morally repulsed by it than the work for education grad school being a huge waste of time. I don't know. It would be like it's one of those ethical challenges. It would be like me as Harry licking up the rum off of the bar counter.
Yeah, well, you did the worst thing you could have done, whereas you majored in education in bachelor's and your master's.
Yeah.
So like, you did get the same degree twice.
Well, I got the same degree twice, but my undergrad was stupid because it was like 3. I basically triple majored in undergrad because the way the education degree worked, you had to just get the English degree with it, and then I had the film degree at the same time. So like, it was a nightmare, but it was fine. Undergrad was cool, and then the real mistake was that I did my master's degree in 1 year. That was the mistake.
Oh, yeah.
That was a terror. Hey, Gart, do you have any beer?
Can I help you?
Goodbye. The only option was to talk to him about money, which I'm not going to do. I did do the thing where I immediately ran from him at the start of the game, and I passed that check. We'll get to see when I start law school. There's no way I'm going to use ChatGPT in law school. Like, that shit actually will mean something to me. Like, you don't know the depths of despair until you've seen lesson plan worksheets that have literally zero application to the real world and also no opportunity for you to develop in any meaningful way at any skill or to further your field in any way.
A lorry stuck in the traffic
I
jam.
remember
This
those
big,
like
heavy
lesson
grad
plan
made machine
outlines
is well
that
kept
I had
for
to do
such
in
an
grad
old
school,
machine.
where like it would take me legit like hours to finish a single one.
Yeah.
Like, I think if I'm being I just pathologically take my time with things, and even then, like when I was an actual teacher, those took me like probably half an hour or an hour to make.
Yeah.
They are those like worksheets they give you in school are just busy work for no reason.
Yeah, it was crazy to be given busy work as a master's student. Like, busy work is like work that you get from like a high school substitute teacher. Like, what are we doing here? You did your master's in 1 year, and there's a reason why you felt kind of relieved that going for a PhD didn't work out. Oh, shout out to everyone in chat that has a grad degree or is in grad school. You all are sort of my heroes, kind of. I say as a master's degree owner.
The windows are clear. They've been recently washed.
I know what you've been
You can
through.
see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia.
What kind of stickers and
The
insignia?
driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels.
But yeah, no, if we're... I'm thrilled. I'm just so thrilled to be back in college when that starts. That was the best part of like putting in the resignation for my job, is being like, is just knowing that as I count down the remaining days of the school year, I'm like, this is it. It's all over. That's the total number of days ever left. Until I go and teach with a Juris Doctorate, but at least then they'd have to pay me more.
A large metal pendant.
Oh shit, I'm
hangs from
undrunk.
the rear view mirror. The pendant features a sun crowned with wavy rays.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I have 1 max HP when I'm not drunk.
The back end of the cabin
Wait,
is a small
it's a
perch
being
to
drunk
sleep.
increases your max
Large
HP?
ashtrays.
Yes.
There are several suns
So-
and wheels sewn into the curtains.
So, without spoiling a later event in the game, basically the way that it works is when you do drugs or alcohol, each class upgrades your physical skill by 1, a physical skill by 1, so physique or motorics, or intellect or psyche by 1, and then the opposite -1. So like, and that's to your overall number. This number on the left is what they change. So you get like +1 in all. When you're drunk, you get +1 in all endurance, pain threshold, physical instrument, electrochemistry, shivers, and half-light. My favorite to get drunk on, but
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm actually looking at your stats right now, and I'm horrified.
Yeah.
You have 1 intellect, 1 physique, 6 psyche. Like, you are just the most insane Harry you can get.
Yeah, and the worst part is because somebody paid me to say I am the law every time. I'm not even getting to take advantage of psyche because every option I end up folding on and going straight like trying to do intellect on. I guess psyche does get authority, but
do nothing.
I'm so bad. Blue collar is
All
the
you
way.
have is the spirit of the core.
I have Inland Empire. I can convince Kim of crazy things. Wild Hannah says, I don't know how I did it, but I do have a master's degree, and now I just have a regular job, and it feels nice to have evenings free. Yeah, it is. I hate the fact that, like, the benefits of teaching is, like, the best things ever, other than the pay. The pay's terrible relative to the education and the raw number of hours, but always the weekends and the summers and the evenings free is, like, so awesome. But, like, you realize that benefit is coming from somewhere else, which is that the actual job is a nightmare every day.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy. Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is.
Yeah, if you want those kind of benefits
mission.
elsewhere, you have to work for the government.
There he
And,
is,
well,
in
that
front
used
of
to be a
Preacher,
viable career path.
smoking nervously.
By the time I'm in,
It's over.
hey, by the time I'm out of law school, we will maybe be looking at a very soon semi-rebound of that. Who knows? But when egg prices go up again, and we have to go through this whole rigmarole again, we should be good.
Yeah, just don't get any jobs as a librarian or anyone who cares about keeping information.
Yeah,
Because those jobs aren't gonna exist in a couple of years.
no, and they're not coming back. Well, that probably depends on your state. For me,
Yeah.
in my state, they're not coming back. Am I going to change my name to Bopper Attorney at Law? No, I'll just go work as an adjunct professor somewhere, and then it'll all, like, lure out.
Why don't you do that? I could be an adjunct professor right now.
Yeah. I'm just going to go work in the hardware store. Like, forget all this other shit. Because, like, I fixed my own exploding sink. Milquetoast is saying blue collar is the way. That's also, I disagree a little bit that blue collar is the only way forward. I actually think that there's no way forward. I think there's no way forward. I think as of right now, there's no viable career path in anything going forward, unless it's to be a dickhead. That probably has a viable career path, but, you know. Because most blue collar workers are also employed by the government. In America, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the best benefits as a blue-collar worker come from the public school system. You want to be a plumber that always has something to do, work for the public schools.
Yeah.
I got an uncle that worked for the public schools, and he was telling me, he was like, yeah, man, you just go in there some days and there'd be a toilet missing. You know, nobody know where it went. Where'd it go? But man, they got me on that state pension so I could go find a new toilet and put it in. It's like, hell yeah.
The boys' bathroom keeps him in a job.
Yeah. Oh boy, I wish it didn't.
Well, I bet you can take all the time you want with that kind of stuff, because no one else wants to clean it.
Yeah, no, being a public school janitor is an interesting job because everything sucks, but you probably have the best gig in the building. We are at a weird spot in this game now. Because off the top of my head, I've basically exhausted everything that I can do, but I'm like I'm 5 experience points short of doing anything, of like putting an experience point in to something. I now have a ton of clothes, so I can like manipulate most checks that I need. And I've got the 2 big checks, the door in the bookstore and the body. We could read a book, it's true. I'm just trying to prep out for day 2.
He still is, looking right.
We need
Just take a look. It's in a book.
We need endurance. Funny, we need endurance or physical instrument. The only way for me to get physical instrument up would be to get... I actually don't think I can get physical instrument anymore. We might be completely locked out for this playthrough of the Doomed Commercial District. I don't know if I can... Unless I can stack drugs and alcohol. Do what?
So then you can't, like... You can't preserve the body then.
Well...
Unless there's something I'm not thinking of.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah. I mean, you're on day 1. It doesn't matter. You can leave that guy in the tree the whole game. Who cares?
Yeah.
Hello again, esteemed officer. Cursed?
Doesn't feel like it's thriving.
Oh, yes. How's...
The woman before you scans the store.
Yeah, because she won't let me in anymore. Thought cabinet will save us. Oh yeah, we could get a thought that would open it up
door
for
with
us.
A missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms.
Well, we did break into...
It appears to be locked.
From where we broke into the communar apartment, we do have up to plus 28. So if we can... Because basically, I think the goal here is if we can get a thought that will let us go through there, and also break into a place, and get a bunch of drugs in our system. But we're gonna have to steal them, because Gart's gonna steal all my money.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
Okay, so endurance is the way to go. Chad, do we get 5 EXP when we, like, get drunk or do drugs? I can't remember. I feel like we do. Like, if I take another hit of Commodore Red... I just have issues trying to use the items in this game. Like, it's very flaky.
Yeah, it's weird getting to use them correctly.
Yeah, like you
have to have it in your hand, then you have to like make sure you're clicking on the right thing.
Yeah, you have to click on the right spot because the entire button is not an eligible spot. Okay, physique raised. There we go. All right. If there's one thing I know is going to help us not throw up, it's getting drunk. Unfortunately, that did not give us experience points. I need 1 experience point. Who can I go? Can I smash this bottle on racist lorry driver? Who did I leave dialogue untalked to? Did I exhaust the gardener?
It's raining again. It was clear just an hour ago.
Okay, I did. Already talked to Tommy. Wait, I can investigate the drugs and alcohol situation. The drugs that they're definitely smuggling through.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool here.
What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one more thing, officer, you're very cool. Bang, 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 bang!
Oh, is this where Harry learns to do that if you do
twitch
it?
in your index fingers. There's a finger shootout brewing.
Whip them out!
Don't shoot, officer! Have we got an arrest here or just a shakedown?
Did I open the door for Everart? Are you talking about to go meet Everart? Because we have met Everart.
Even better. It's like a shakedown, but somehow legal. This is civil asset forfeiture.
Even better. It's civil asset forfeiture.
Oh, you're threatening my inviolable property rights. Good joke, officer. You're very funny. You know that?
This isn't a joke. Give me your money. I need money.
He does not need your money. Please disregard that. We're just here to ask some questions.
Of course. Fire away.
Finger pistols.
You can still try to make him give you money.
Which I think is what we're going to do. Wait, I love how, like, savoir-faire -2. Snapping doesn't help. We're getting -1 empathy.
It's good to be king.
Learning cap for endurance raised to 4, and hobo cop is shivers. Okay, so indirect modes of taxation just hurt you. Thank you for the $5, Blueberry. Hope this isn't too random, but is there a time in a day y'all prefer to write? 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. used to be my jam, but work got in the way. Time in the day that I prefer to write. Okay, I'm going to discount conflict avoidance at work. That doesn't count. Let's assume I have a day off. What time of the day do I like to write? It's weird. I am very, like, early in the morning to do stuff, but with, like, writing, it's either right the moment I wake up or late at night is the 2 times that I work. Like, midday, I just struggle with writing, but late at night and super early in the morning I can do. I don't know if you have an answer to that question as well, or how much writing you've been doing recently, but...
I mean, I have been writing. I don't know, it doesn't quite hit me, like, early in the morning a lot. And I kind of wish it did, you know, because I don't know. I think it usually hits, like... I think it works best for me when I'm trying to do it, like, kind of earlier in the day.
Yeah.
I like doing it in the afternoon, which sucks because I work in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. We need rhetoric here. If I can get them to give me some money. Do I seriously have no rhetoric clothes? Damn. We'll come back to trying to get some money from him when we get our rhetoric up.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
So, what's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. What? Tasty, tasty drugs.
I'm super into drugs.
That's very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly, I don't have any drugs on sale, or at my home, or on my person.
Sir, it appears to be true. No drugs in sight. Not in the box of sunglasses or under the speakers.
We're looking for a lorry driver who is transporting drugs out of the harbor. He or she is in this traffic jam.
That's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But, I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
But you are a lorryman. Another driver has identified you and your lorry.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
I've never heard this line before. He's a hater.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole.
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing
Just
about
a
me.
little.
That's my day job. This is my dream.
Let's see. You were embarrassed to tell me?
No, I just forgot. It's such a small part of my life. It's in the rear view mirror now. I'm climbing out of that hole with ingenuity.
Seelig, my source tells me you're the one transporting drugs for the Union.
No! That's insane.
I'm going to
It's
war
the fact
against anyone
data.
selling drugs in the
He's
community.
behind me for a week and he sent you here.
I sell drugs
Maybe
in the
he's
community.
one, huh? Have you thought about that?
Stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation at the harbor?
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
He doesn't want to talk about them. He's afraid.
What are you afraid of?
Look. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I've spent 15 years working my way up.
We're buddies, Seelig. Help us out now. No one will know it was you.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Is the lady driver the old woman back there? Point to the pale driver. Dazed out. Strange.
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
It could be. She was strange.
Who are the other drivers who talk?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
All right, we're cool now.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detective. Both of you. You deserve it.
Okay, so now we're up to 17%. So if we can get some rhetoric clothes, we're really going to get some money out of them.
It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All reversal.
Better not to mention. Sounds good.
Very cool. I like your style, officer.
All right, let's buy some clothes off of them. I know we owe this money to Gart, but I don't care.
You find your hands. The box smells like cat piss, or like an old person with no money.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first hand, buy second hand. Keep the economy moving.
Yeah.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made
I need
from
some
weird
pants
polyester
really
blends
bad.
that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places. The box smells like cat piss.
Do you
or
not
like
have any pants?
Economical?
I do. I'm just not wearing them.
You see two lowly, defeated.
I can see you've a taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
These once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable Faun Ultras atop them. A small heat emboss on the veneer reads, Solidarity Aid from the People's Republic of Samara. The speakers themselves don't seem to display any magical qualities.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
Poor little speakers. Pat them.
No, don't pity them, officer. These are old Samaran garbage. Don't even look at them. Check out these super cool, fun ultras instead.
Can't I buy the sad, conquered Samaran speakers?
No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk.
That's why I want them. I think I might be lo-fi socialist junk myself.
No, officer. You're a high-class policeman who accepts nothing less than the best. Lucky for you, I've got the best on sale.
Wait, what if I do deserve more than a lo-fi socialist sound system?
You do, officer, you do. Remember, we don't have to resort to socialism. We can have nice things too. At socialist prices.
Inspect the
A pair of
sneakers.
Faun Ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway.
You know we got
A
to
jet
get Harry
black
the new
upper
Nikes.
And a silver-lined midsole.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest Faun sneakers. Super air, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real.
50 real. Hell yeah.
Super cool. Now the premium lifestyle is yours, officer.
The sneakers seemed to vibrate.
That was
in
all
my
the money
hands
I needed
with
for
an
the
almost
hotel
mystical
tonight.
energy.
I actually don't remember how I survived the first night. Now, off the top of my head, we'll get
Dude,
there.
when you walk in though, guard is gonna see your 6 sneakers and be like, "Dude, it's
Actually,
on me tonight."
we're gonna make sure he sees it. He's not gonna have any choice but to notice. All right, come on. All right, Gart. Actually, forget this. We don't have to talk to Gart yet. We still got time. We got till what? I forget what time. If it's like 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. that they that Kim is like, I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, but you can still wander around without him too.
Yeah, I just can't remember when we need to actually talk to Gart.
Right.
Let's run through the.
Lowman, you caught me at an opportune moment. This awful weather keeps me awake. You can entertain me with your questions.
I think in my first playthrough I completely missed the pale driver. Somehow, but
She has such a cool portrait.
yeah, she does. Are you the lady driver?
Did you just call me a lady, Herife?
She clearly doesn't think she's a lady. Don't repeat it.
Well, aren't you? I do love how you just allowed to like ignore your own advice.
Yeah.
I was told of a woman driver. You're the only woman here.
I'm not that either, Herife. I've gone too far from it all to remember what was between my legs. It doesn't work like that on the long haul.
So you're not the driver that everyone is terrified of.
I'm only terrifying to small children and to
Well,
those
we got our
who
level
used
up.
to know me.
Why are you scary to the people who used to know you?
Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was.
You said long haul. That's
The big ones, the trucks. There's no women and men there. It's all just. In the middle of this town, there's a ghostly motorway. It takes all the people where they want to stay.
Then who is the female driver I was told of?
How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers sniffing around when I have my movies to go to?
That's all I need to know.
We'll
Thanks.
see.
Before I came, you seemed away.
She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to her things.
Come on, he thinks. She's not the lady driver.
You hear that, Lowman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Wait, why is that, Lieutenant?
Nothing. I just don't think she's connected to anything.
He's worried, but not for her. For you. What is it about this woman? If she's not connected to anything?
Should you drive a lorry if you get like that?
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best communers around. I drive routes no one else will.
What routes?
Lomonosov's Land, Udajnaya Zemlya, the Western Plain, the Transcatolia Magistral, you for 1A, Adestradas du Mirador, all the good ones, the deep trenches, where the bluebirds fly.
I'm something of an expert in blacking out. You should take better care of yourself.
You're right, Lowman. I'm the one who should take my health more seriously. Thank you for looking out for me.
A correct appraisal. You're quite shabby.
Is that all you woke me up to say?
What are you hauling?
Diamonds.
Diamonds?
Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
Okay, but what are you really hauling?
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
So you don't know what you're hauling?
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
What if the cargo's contraband?
Then it's contraband, Lowman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo.
Thank you for now. Oh boy, we got a level. We can go see if the body makes us vomit now. Because, yeah, we can't do physical instrument, but we're drunk, so it'll be easier to not vomit this time. Actually, I wonder if Tommy
Stuck in the rain in a
has
traffic
anything.
jam, man. What's on your mind?
I heard that one of the drivers is a woman, but I don't think she's here. Do you know this lady driver?
I don't want to talk about that.
I don't mean to pry, but I need your help. She may be involved. Nah, let's not say that. Let's say, what is it? Do you know?
I was hoping it isn't going to be her. All I can say is she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is.
I feel like these are like fairly consequential choices here for what he's going to tell us. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I asked you who's conducting the drug trade. Now you said you don't know. Now you're saying you do. Forget it. We have 6 authority and are in our underwear. I'm sure we can just bulldoze this.
I didn't, man. I told you I was hoping it's not her. That she wouldn't be mixed up in it.
He still is. Hoping. It's just wishful thinking on his part, not trickery.
Who is this person? What's her name?
Thank God I don't know. People here call her the lady driver. She kept her name a secret. From me, too. Now I see why.
Who is she to you?
A friend? An acquaintance. I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay?
What does she look like?
A youngish woman. Gruff, but in a cool way.
What color hair?
Blue and violet. Dyed. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
When did she leave?
Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person. I know that much.
We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience.
It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only.
I don't believe you.
Believe us, it really is.
I just can't, man. I'm not naive.
You said she's troubled? How?
She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her.
Come on, man. Life is just a joke.
Maybe. But not another person's life.
You know, congrats to the voice actors. Milkto saying you love the way that they sound. The voice actors here are great, obviously. I do wonder, with the lines here just being said at Harry in this current situation. Again, everyone in this world is way too kind to Harry. Maybe but this could also be a situation where there's no choice but to be kind to Harry. Like, you can't be mean to someone like this.
Nah.
I was told everyone's afraid of her. You're not.
I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind.
Her mind?
The way it worked. The trouble it was giving her.
When she left, did she leave her lorry behind?
Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out.
He's right. There are other options. The raceman, for one. Push Tommy, and it will break his heart and his spirit. Don't expect you to be pals.
I think it's funny that we've called racist lorry driver both his actual legal name, which is racist lorry driver, we called him the race man, and just a hater.
Now is not the time to focus on feelings. You need that info, son.
Fine, I will drop the matter for now.
Thank you, friend.
I did not...
Wow, this makes me feel like I should pick up smoking again. Would help with my rhymes, too.
Alright, that's all.
I'm so tired.
Yeah. I felt so bad because in my first playthrough, I did force him to speak. And that was probably the worst I felt. One of the worst moments I felt in the game.
Yeah.
Because it was like my only option.
Looking
I
for
felt bad the
something
whole
odd?
time.
Come to tell me to fuck off again?
I know you've been giving me the runaround. Fess up. Where's the lady driver?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Then why are you smirking?
Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
Actually, we do.
No. He means La Puta Madre.
The name resounds like a bell in the air. A dark gong. You get a bad feeling about it. Looks like the lieutenant has a plan. Let him do this.
Yeah, him.
Cross your arms and nod.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
Say nothing.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is. It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorrymen and Carters Guild.
You've seen the corpse in the yard, yes? You took a peek. I know you did. Does it look like his friends protected him?
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. I've softened him up as best I could. Now it's on you to finish the job. Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him by the looks of it. It won't be easy to break
Oh,
him.
damn.
I'm losing 1 point -1. Go fuck yourself. Now let him have it. Shit. Fuck. I need to put my half-light gloves on. Hold on. We'll be right back, racist lorry driver. Where's my half-light gloves? I love it. Again, I love how this works. All
You're
right.
about to fight this man naked, carrying around a beer bottle. Hold up, I gotta put my fighting gloves on.
Hold on. Half-light gloves. I think... Oh, please tell me the half-light gloves is the only thing I have to deal half-light damage. Yes, it's the only thing to deal... This takes away half-light, so... Alright.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
I cannot believe... I didn't know... It's... Okay, this is actually such a funny thing, because it's so easy. The game baits you into telling him to go fuck himself. And then, at this date, it comes back to harm you. Man, I should have got along with him earlier, then punched him in the face. I should have played the long con.
I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike.
Maybe
so
we could...
I bet you can make that slightly
wet on your ass
disadvantaged
situation.
Yeah. Well, and I'm thinking maybe if we talk to him some more, maybe I can get another point somewhere. This is my ass-kicking outfit. Yeah, it is. We've got our half-light gloves, we've got the new Yeezys, and we're ready to go. You didn't see it because you didn't get on stream, so I don't know if it's still here, but Kanye West was actually in chat, which was really strange.
I did say it. I did see that.
Yeah.
He said Disco Elysium, and I thought, yes.
Yes. Finally, Kanye says something I can agree with. Okay, straight up, though, real-life Kanye West talks like a Disco Elysium character.
Yeah, what was it? Did you see that like Twitter thread a while back where like Milo Yiannopoulos was going off about how like Kanye's dentist or something has him hooked on nitrous, and that's like part of why he's so insane. It's the only time I've taken anything Milo Yiannopoulos said seriously.
He might be right. That does sound like something racist lorry driver would be saying about Kanye West. His fucking dentist has him hooked on nitrous. What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples.
Apples?
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions?
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
Love the first interaction with Lorry Driver. The game gave me so many outs to not be down with racism. It does, and then at this last moment, it's hurting my half-light because he told me to go fuck myself. Great. All right, let's see. Can we get it done? Yes, we got it.
Only respect two things: strength and fear. Time to turn up the volume.
Chat, it was all in the half-light gloves. Show me her lorry right fucking now. The lady driver's lorry. Where is it? Oh, yeah, yeah. Look at this.
I'm not gonna.
Chat, can someone get like a... Chat, if you're a YouTube member or a Patreon subscriber and are in the game club, can you please clip an image of Harry Dubois in his underwear, Yeezys, and half-light gloves grabbing the racist lorry driver so that we can conserve this for posterity? I would appreciate that. Because I need to keep this image.
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
Oh, great. Which one of these do we pick? Because these are all pretty good. I'm going to fuck you for the rest of my life. You understand? I feel like that's what Half-Light wants us to say, right? Like, that's definitely what Half-Light would say. I've been to your fucking lorry. I know where it is. I'm going to burn it down, you hear me? That one's whatever. What's your name, fuckhead? I'm going to go on the police station saying this guy told Madre to fuck off. I do kind of want to know racist lorry driver's name, but also I do want to tell him I'm going to fuck you for the rest of my life.
Fucking homo cop.
I guess this is what Blueberry's paid for.
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days.
Now it's not a big deal for him anymore.
Thank you, Milk
This
Toast.
is how he saves face.
What exactly is her... Where
Past
exactly
the
is her lorry?
monument, down there. The Green Temple. Now leave me the fuck alone, okay?
A small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry.
Now, I don't know if you know, and I don't know if anyone in chat knows, but does racist lorry driver
Looks like
actually
he got
have a
his
name?
adrenaline up, too.
Like, do you get his name from that? If you
I
pick
have
that
no
one
idea.
option?
I've never gotten that far.
Yeah. I didn't really want to ask him. I had to tell him I was going to fuck him for the rest of my life. All right, while I'm still drunk, we got to go deal with this body real quick. Homo Hobo Cop. What a build. Wait. So it's endurance we need. Do we have any endurance clothes? Looking for red. We've got a... we could really do a big electrochemistry build. We got like +3 electrochemistry in here.
You can be the druggiest.
There he still
we
is,
can do the most
looking
drugs.
right through you with his white eyes. The
Oh,
body
dang.
below
Yeah.
is as you breathe in, the odor
You
comes
compressed
over you.
your shit.
Yeah.
It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Behold, health. We finally have HP. We might have lost Kanye West in chat, but we got HP on Harry, so it's okay. Hey, LeBrick Wall. Do they always do that?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Can you say that again? I couldn't hear you over the narrator.
Oh, I was just I was scared that we scared Kanye away.
Oh yeah, I feel bad about it too. Yeah, I've never been able to figure out who it was. Like, no one in chat disappears when Kanye West shows up, so I think it is just Kanye.
It's gotta be.
Yeah,
Kanye, very cool.
So it's funny. I did this inspection actually, like in part 1, before dying, and then failing the check on a second attempt. So I can't remember where I went through.
The material appears
I think
to
we
be
did
ceramic.
the boots.
It's
We did the
delicate
boots.
and
They're armor, no boots. Technically speaking, these are sabatons.
Okay, then what kind of armor is this?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Where?
Under the hill. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Pull the boot off.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure?
Grab the boot under your
The
arm.
stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
Lieutenant, you seem distressed. Why?
You're about to pull his head off.
Do it, Homo!
You can be gay, but really self-conscious about it.
Yeah, because like that's kind of the answer I want to give, but I don't know if that's gonna hurt us in the long run in like the blueberries build. I'm not sure.
Nah, you can't go for that.
Yeah, but part of me also like enjoys the fact that like as I'm pulling the head off of this corpse, my reaction is that I'm gonna pull his head off, right?
Yes, that's what I said. You'll compromise the coroner's case if you do. So please, don't. What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
These boots would go super well with my bell-bottom pants.
You do understand the boots are steeped in cadaverine odor, don't you?
So are my pants.
You have a point there, detective. You have a point. But there's no way you are getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots for 7 days. They are fused to his feet now. Why do you think they are the only thing left on him?
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around.
Sounds like a
The
plan.
anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice. Nice and cracky.
Okay, got it.
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
Let's see. The material looks out of place
It
here.
is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
How much we talking
For
about?
a full set, about 4 years of wages.
Ka-ching, baby. Nod to the boots.
By catching, do you mean let's not log them as evidence? Let's steal them?
What was that about the constabulatory before? You need to push some buttons if you want to recruit the lieutenant in a conspiracy.
If this constabulatory is dragging their feet, why not start ourselves before more good men die?
So they don't get shot in the foot? I think our extremities are fine without a dead man's boots.
Oops. Well, no one said it would work. Back to detecting now.
How could this man such a
That's
forward...
for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. But that's just hearsay.
That looks pretty advanced for a security guard.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
Knock on the
A
boot.
small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
Sounds fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Kryptonite's asking if you can actually continue yanking his head off. I don't know if you... if there's a sequence you could do that. Maybe if Kim weren't here, you could do it.
Faint, organic lines cover the
It
plates
is
where they
kind of a
separate
smart
into
decision
smaller
for the
ones.
game to
These
only
plates
give you
then
certain
divide
times
into
a day
smaller
to
plates
fuck things
until
up.
Yeah.
there are hundreds of them altogether.
It is really nice, yeah, that the game just will let you, like, get rid of Kim's positive influence.
Like the scales of some
Kim is
ancient
the
white
thin blue
monster.
line.
Yeah.
Cracked and pearly.
The thin blue line protecting the world from Harry Dubois.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Look him in the eye.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess. Underneath the curdled meat there is an expression, not carried on his features, but below, inside, an expression of pleasure. This man was experiencing joy at the moment of his death.
Tell me, who are you, dead man?
I'm gone.
I hate you. You stink and you're boring.
Do I remind you of someone?
Myself in the bathroom mirror.
There you go. Look at that bright kid. We're birds of a feather, you and I. Soon you will be just like me. Just keep drinking and having a good time. It's a matter of weeks.
Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
Where's that?
In the past. Way out in the west.
I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
You are now, but who were you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
I have another question.
Go ahead, Cobbo.
What's happening?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you.
It's the power of your imagination. Go ahead. Ask me more questions. You fucking love questions.
You just came back to find that we're talking to a corpse? Yeah. Harry's a little drunk right now. Why do I love questions so much?
Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Give me a comical amount of questions.
Coming right up. Copperoonie, Rooney.
Is my name
This
Rooney?
is getting upbeat now.
Is my name Rooney?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
I do strike myself as a Rooney.
No, you don't. Between you and me, your name is probably Harry. That's right. Stupid, boring Harry. Harry, the motherfucker.
You're a motherfucker, Harry.
Fuck you, Harry. If you're a dumb enough schmuck to crash your car this weekend, then why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
Who killed you?
Love did me in, Brother Copo. It was love all along.
Can you ask me a question?
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this?
Huh?
Looking at my face, motionless. Looking into my eyes. Standing here. Why are you investigating my murder?
Because he told me to. Point to Kim.
You're a lying sack of shit, Copo. You're doing this because there is nothing else to do. Everything else is over. It's just me now.
Why were you feeling pleasure when you died?
Maybe I was getting my rocks off.
So you were feeling sexual arousal when they were hanging you?
Do I look like an erotic auto-asphyxiation type to you?
Yes.
Captain Copperdromo. I fear we are drifting away, fixating on sexuality again. Let's go with a simpler question.
Enough.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, Also, see me in your dream.
It was weird when the words don't line up with the spoken dialogue.
Yeah, I wonder if that's just like a mistake, like it's the wrong sound file or what. Considering when Kim screamed at us earlier, I have to imagine it's probably a mistake. What's up, Skylar? This game's literally the best game ever written. I'm so happy you're playing it. This is the best. This has got to be the best written game ever. I played it one time and was like blown away. I was like, oh my god. Played it all the way through once. Because I think it was actually you that got me this game, I think, for like one of the Steam winter sales or something like several years ago.
Yeah.
And I finally sat down and was like, here we go. He just called you a MILF guy. he did. He did. Actually, you know what? This happened so recently that I don't think I've had a chance to tell you this. Have I told you the lore of MILF guy?
No. Who's MILF guy?
MILF guy is a coworker of mine that he's the old math teacher, and he was like, Mr. Bopper, you ever heard of MILFs? He's like, from like
he's straight to the point,
Yeah, he's like, like from American Pie, it's all right if it's someone else's mom. And I'm like, where's this going? And I'm like, yeah, I've heard of this. I've heard of this MILF phenomenon. Everyone's been talking about it. What about it? Why do you bring it up? And he's like, remember they made like that Romeo and Juliet, in the 90s, take a classic, and make it modern. They could do that with more things, you could do that with Othello, you could do that with, with so many things. I guess you couldn't really do it with Oedipus Rex, though, Maybe if he married, like, his best friend's mom or something. But then it'd be less a tragedy and more a fantasy. I almost died. I almost passed away on the spot. I was like, I have to keep this going.
I think that is his fantasy.
Yeah, I think so. He's telling me something. Hands. Oh man, inspect the belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch.
What kind of rope is this?
Industrial strength. The kind used for tying cargo to lorries.
Like in a circus. When the circus leaves town and they tie a black-spotted giraffe to the wall of a carry pen.
Like in a circus for transporting black-spotted giraffes?
No. More like in a harbor. Like the one just east of here. I get the sense they used whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
They sure wanted him to stay up here. The polyester seems strong.
It's not merely polyester. It's steel reinforced. See these lines? This is where the wires run. I see rabbits for more than 20 strands. This makes getting him down much more problematic than I had assumed.
We're assuming dock workers from the harbor did it?
The brief suggested as much. Politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing?
My past has undergone total annihilation. Nothing remains. My mother, the love of my life. Certainly not a briefing. The way this is worded is strange. It almost makes Harry come off like a MILF guy.
Okay, you should ask me for one the first moment we get.
How did they even get him up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt, buckle closes. It's what I would do. Seems easier than climbing up there.
Back off
the
and look at the
cadaver
corpse.
hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
How do we get him down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
Step
the
back and do
cadaver
another
slowly
look.
twists on the cargo belt. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. His corpse is marked by stars.
I cannot give any thoughts on Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4. I can only give thoughts on Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, which is awesome. That game's awesome. What will mine be marked by?
Alcohol and heartbreak.
Is this a microelectronic system?
I have only a cursive knowledge of the science of cybernetics. I would not know if it were. But it's not quite complex enough, is it?
It doesn't seem familiar from the insides of any radio computer your mind can imagine. The somewhat organic lines remind you of old filament memory units, but not quite. No, you're nowhere near right.
I'm missing something
So
here.
am I.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
I do love the narrator's pronunciation of aluminium. I don't know if that's like a certain region says aluminium, but I do enjoy that a lot.
That sounds a lot like George Bush saying you're like nuclear.
I'm trying to remember how George Bush might be. This might sound crazy coming from me. George W. Bush might be an all-time president simply for having two of the greatest reaction images of all time somehow come from the same person. Between the whispering in the ear and the child left behind image.
What's the child left behind one?
Someone cropped. Hold on, I'll put it up on stream so that both you and chat can see. I don't know if you have the stream pulled up for chat, but
I do.
Okay. Child left behind. So there's the image where he signed the No Child Left Behind. Act, and someone cropped it. Let me pull it up here. Dang, I don't have it on instant access for me to put it up here. I had to go download it off the internet. I only have the Gorton's Fisherman saved on my computer. Here it is. So naturally, this is what you send or post when someone says something outlandishly, outrageously stupid. Aluminium is British, says Rosetta.
Okay, so we don't have to respect it. That's fine.
Yeah. No. And then oh yeah, and this was Harry when we beat Measurehead. All right. What's that?
A Trigger Sunshine Mini.
Shit, Kuno!
An instant color camera.
This is the
like,
first time he openly acknowledges the kid's existence.
I have done nothing but drink in this
I have
playthrough.
only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
That's what going to Chili's makes you feel like.
Yes. Wait a minute.
Chili's, stimulate your senses.
Have you ever been to a Chili's? I like Chili's has had a resurgence. Chat, have you all ever been to a Chili's? Like anybody here? Have you?
I think I've gone like once.
I've
like
never
several
been.
years ago.
People are
They've
like
always
all on
been
it.
like the other Applebee's to me.
Yeah, people like it more than Applebee's from what I've seen, but maybe it's because it's a meme. Maybe it's just because of 14 beers at Chili's. Like, that's got to be it.
In case we need it.
Cool machine.
Yes. It is pretty cool, isn't it?
I love Kim.
There is only one ampoule left. Use it wisely.
What do we need this photo for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it? I should look at it later without the corpse smell.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper. As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I'm squinting, Kim. Why am I doing it?
How should I know why you are squinting, officer?
His face and... The rest is greenish.
Oh. You are trying to assess lividity.
Relax your eyes.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
I think he's dead.
I agree.
There are crow's feet in his eyes. He's laughing silently.
Totally dead.
This Buster's not coming back.
No, siree.
I don't know what to think. What do you think?
I think he was upright immediately after death. Blood has gathered in his hands and feet, and his neck. The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. That's what I think.
Yup, seems like a lynching to me.
Everything here seems to corroborate that assumption. But we should still get him down before assigning a probable cause of death.
Cover your nose. Something is coming out of him.
The pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck are you saying?
Talking about shit.
Goddamn right, I'm a turn around and yell.
Malicious laughter erupts in the yard. Sounds like seagulls.
What's up, Doran? Applebee's has dark damage resistance. Every time I've been to Applebee's, I'm like, this shit sucks, and then I go back for some more.
Big said he's a...
The lieutenant's face is made of stone.
He's beaten up. See the bruises?
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
Back off and
But
catch your breath.
there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
Burger King gives this poison status effect. No, Burger King gives fucking Blighttown toxic when you eat it. Well, okay, I don't...
That's White Castle.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't think Burger King's up there. White Castle's definitely more. What else? What even could compete with White Castle? Rallies?
I don't even remember if I've had rallies.
You mean you've never had the Big Buford?
No.
That's their signature burger, the Big Buford. Wait, have you ever had...
That's a horrible name for a burger. Like, I would eat that.
I've eaten it. I've eaten it multiple times. Chat, if you're trying to ask that girl out at work or in class, tell her you want to take her to get a Big Buford. Women love the Big Buford. You ever had Freshy's Big Boy?
Isn't Fresh's Big Boy like a buffet? I thought it was a breakfast buffet.
Okay, so like old people go to Freshy's for the breakfast buffet, but it's also a drive-through burger place. Well, I guess I should say was because it's bankrupt now, and I think all their locations are closing. But so get there before it shuts down. But so
well, there's none around here.
Dang. Okay, they have a burger. I've shown you this before, so this is mostly for chat, but I want to bring it in case you forgot about it. The Frisch's Big Boy's got a burger called the Brawny Lad.
I remember the Brawny Lad.
I can't remember if I've ever shown Chad the
burger I've ever seen.
Chad, check this out from Freshie's Big Boy. It's the Brawny Lad. Anywhere from 730 to 1650 calories. I don't know where a burger like this is getting that kind of caloric range from. I'm gonna be honest. Is that an egg? No, that is a complete cross section of an onion.
It's not even a slice of onion. It's not a round of onion. It's a
clone.
whole cross section.
Yes. You could have a fucking biology class if you cut this in half. Like, it's just, let me read their description on their website. Wait.
It's so unsettling. It's like the burger has teeth.
It does kind of look like that. So, hold on. I just got this from when I looked it up. I just got this so first of all a Brawny Lad is rye bun, beef patty, and a giant slice of onion. That's all it is. But check out this Reddit post I found when I looked it up from Frank, the man who ate 364 Brawny Lads a year. There's a person out there that, like, not only loves the Brawny Lad, loves it more than you or I or anyone else in the world likes any individual dish.
Like, this man just found Frisch's and found what he was meant to eat the rest of his life.
Yes.
I'm so happy for him.
But I'm also sad for him. Because Frisch's is going out of business.
That is, yeah.
They've got to keep they've got to keep Frank's Big Boy open, right?
They have to do it for Frank.
Let's see. Okay, so if you go to Freshy's Big Boy right now, you can get their Big Boy and Bad Boy sliders with caramelized onions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, under Brawny Lad, they have a big button that says, "Deliver me this." So chat, if someone in chat can go, it cannot be that hard to recreate the Brawny Lad. I feel like that's something you only say if you've never had the Brawny Lad. Because I would have to guess that the Brawny Lad is like, it's one of a kind. You cannot recreate it.
Yeah, it's kind of like what is it? It's kind of like, those fancy wines that you can only get from like certain parts of Italy or France or whatever, because they're only made in a certain region. You can only have a Brawny Lad if it's made at Frisch's.
Yeah.
Okay, if it's not Frisch's, it's not a Brawny Lad.
Because we don't know what their ground beef mix is. Like, you don't know. I mean, shit, that could have part rat in it for all we know. Every single Brawny Lad has got like a 20 from the health inspector. Big Boy is stupidly popular in Japan. Really?
Maybe it's kind of like King of the Hill over there. Like it's just this one particular like icon of American culture they latched onto.
Yeah.
Also, like, I know we dropped this earlier, but like, why does the Brawny Lad range between like 700 calories and 1600 calories?
I'm trying to figure out, because if it's just a rye bun, an onion, and a patty,
like where are all these extra calories coming from?
Like, is there a double Brawny Lad? But would a double Brawny Lad could not more than double its calories, right? Is there a triple Brawny Lad? Would that math it out? Chat, if there's a scientist in chat, can somebody explain this to us? Also, hello, Becklin. Hello, Radiant Historia Jess. Literally the burger that took out the health inspector from SpongeBob. 86 those patties crabs. We got a stiff over by, I don't remember what the road was. It's been too long since I've seen it. Any brawny chads in chat? The nasty patty. They're accounting for the mayo you put on it. There's no mayo on it, though. And first of all, okay, that would make... Okay. If there was mayo on it. Chat, can we get a confirmation? I said there's no mayo on it with a lot of confidence. I don't see any in this picture. Can you get this with mayonnaise?
You know, if that really is why, then that means that Frisch's Big Boy is expecting you to put more calories than there are calories in the burger of mayonnaise on the burger.
Well, okay, but like what if... Because I've seen this before, right? It's got to be something else. It's got to be like there's mayonnaise, and then that's like our middle option. Then if you get no mayonnaise, it drops to $7.30. And then if you get like the double burger, maybe. What if that includes the drink?
No, that can't be.
That can't be right because you can't because this isn't the brawny. This isn't the image for the brawny lad value meal. There's no fries and drink is not going to do that. I mean, what are the macros on this? Chat, can we get like a fat and protein and carb count on this? As a non-chemist, you have no perspective to offer on the chemistry of the brawny lad. Could Iron Colon, you think we could get him to do a study on this?
I think we definitely could. But if we should be contacting anybody, it should be Frank. Because if anybody knows if anyone knows the caloric value of a brawny lad, it's going to be Frank.
Azure Gleam pointed out that he ate between 265,000 and 600,000 calories of brawny lads every in a year. That's so many calories. Imagine trying to bite into it and everything just breaks. Good lord. I don't see Becklin, I don't see any sauces on this. Apparently it's topped with butter. That can add up. Topped with butter. But how much butter would you need, realistically, for this range to still make sense? Wait.
How much melted butter is going on this burger? Like, you get no veggies, no cheese. Well, you get the one onion, but nothing other than that.
Yeah.
Like, you just get butter on it?
Like, is the onion size adjustable? I know onions don't have many calories because they're a vegetable, but like still. Could you get a triple onion, brawny lad?
I was thinking the same thing. Like, maybe that's just how people do it.
Like, is this like on the kids? Is this the kids' meal, brawny lad? Like, do real men get triple patty, triple onion? It has to be.
Maybe some folks get it like they get Big Mac style. Like they get a little middle bun, they get another burger on top, and then a bunch more onion and butter.
That's on the big brawny lad. It has to be entree versus combo. I mean, that's the only explanation, but it doesn't feel right. What if they did this? Because I don't know if you know how they test for calories. I'm just taking a guess here, so correct. But don't they like burn food? And like that's how you test for calories? Of like how long it burns or something, or how much energy it gives off, because calories are literally just energy. I don't know. Let's pretend that my headcanon on that science is correct. I like to imagine scientists in science labs lighting brawny lads on fire and just having these like huge variable swings on how much fuel is actually inside of this. Like, could you run your car off of this?
I don't think it's like literally burning things in a lab. It's calories of like, I guess, energy that can be converted in your body. Like how much of this food can be converted into energy.
Well, it's a brawny lad. Well, clearly whoever eats it gets swole because this is the brawny lad. Your blood pressure's through the roof, says Jess. Is that because of all the brawny lads you've been eating?
That calorie limit probably is for like a full meal, but I love this headcanon where the brawny lad just gets to fulfill all of your needs.
Frank is the swollest. Yeah. The brawny lad can be your diet food, or it can be your bulk food. Whatever you want. on a rye bun to is crazy. Anyways, we were looking at a dead body.
What's this brawny lad up to?
We were looking at a dead body
right now.
It just made us think of Freshy's big boy investigating a dead body. Shout out to whoever mentioned.
Only the lower extremities.
How should I
Hold
know?
on, let me
Oh,
do that.
The monster comes.
So what do you think?
But there is no breath.
Shout out to whoever it was
Only
that
the
said Burger
cadaver
King
filling
caused
the
poison
air and your
status.
nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
Okay. Well, then that takes us back to the other question. With the brawny lad. What status effect does it give you? Positive or negative? Like if this was like
stone?
gives you
just turns you into rock. It makes you real brawny.
Yeah. Oh, so it's like Iron Flesh in Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. White Castle more like Blight Castle. You get a breath attack from the onion. Oh, imagine Brawny Lad if they made this like a spell in Elden Ring. Because there's that Shadows of the Erd Tree spell that you get that turns your whole body into spikes, so your rolling deals damage. I imagine.
Wait, what?
Yeah, in Shadows of the Erd Tree, there's a spell that you like turn your body into spikes, and when you dodge, you deal damage. Your rolls. Not only do they give you iframes, they turn you into a moving hitbox.
Dang.
It's so good. I used it against the final boss, but it didn't help because nothing helps against the final boss of Shadows of the Erd Tree. Even when they nerfed him, everyone's like, this shit took me 4 weeks. There's also spike armor in the base game that does that. Oh, yeah.
I do remember that, yeah.
Yeah, and Shadows of the Erd Tree also added the thrusting shields. The shields that deal damage when you block. That game's so cool. Anyways. Let's see can we get the body down?
The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting it.
An acrobatic maneuver would solve this situation. Nothing can go wrong with a good maneuver.
An acrobatic maneuver. Maybe we can shoot him down?
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
I don't know. Just, shoot up there, maybe?
Yes. The buckle, where it ties the cargo belt to the tree. If the shot hits that, then there might be a small chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
The lieutenant is undecided. On one hand, he wants to shoot some gun. On the other, it's an awfully stupid idea.
Wait, let me try.
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said.
Say nothing, let him choose.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant
Hello,
unzips
Nora
his
Neon.
jacket.
Oh no, Nora Neon posting Punish Trevor reminded me that I don't think you're familiar with Punish Trevor, are you? Oh no. Chad, I don't know where he went.
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
Oh, are you you're not familiar with Punish Trevor, are you? Because I know
No.
X-Zero, X-Man, and Iron Colon have gotten the full rundown on it. Put briefly, because Nora Neon reminded me with the emote in chat, when I was doing Pokemon Platinum, I had said that Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence, his neck looks like a Pokemon. And then I was trying to like turn his picture, his like team picture, into a Who's That Pokemon image, and I accidentally fucked up and made this image that you can see on screen. That I keep on stream. And
I need to update the stream because it's lagging back.
Yeah. I keep it on hand for all circumstances.
I'm horrified. I don't see it yet.
We have Jake's to thank for Mono Trevor. Yes, we do. I will post Mono Trevor on the next Danganronpa.
Horrible.
And someone went ahead and made this too, just to fit in with Pokemon. I'm sorry, I can't remember who made it right now off the top of my head. Trev Plup. But it's just as horrible.
It's terrifying.
So, yes, I will have this here, and I discovered Streamlabs blending modes so that you can just have so many of these.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah. So there are going to be instances where we need it. Some guys returned with Mickey D's. Wait. Some guy, did you not get the Brawny Lad?
And produces a lightweight firearm.
Some guy missed Brawny Lad lore? No.
Cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place.
Oh, is he going to take the shot?
He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
Shoot that motherfucker down.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
A lot of things were wrong with that shot. The fellow's desk was the wrong choice. His shoulders were raised, but above all, he cannot trust his eyesight. He feels bad about it, about his eyes mostly, just having bad eyesight, probably from a young age. Whatever you do, do not console him.
Fucking idiot! Mookaba asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
I'd said what? Do not console him. God damn it! Get your shit together.
Remain collegial, officer. It was an honest mistake, and I will not repeat it.
Try again.
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that.
What now?
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself.
Can I have the gun? I should try.
It's bad as it is. Us shooting
okay,
firearms
Kim, I'm not
like
drunk
that.
anymore.
Kim, my drunk status effect is worn
Go
off, Kim.
ahead. I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it.
Mr. Everhart's helping me find my gun.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
I love Kuno. Take the gun.
Take it, you fucking banana boyka! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth!
Point the gun at the belt.
The buckle comes into focus.
Oh, here we
on your
go.
sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Pull the trigger. Hey.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh, you got
so
it.
there is a game. Have
The
you seen
buckle
the game over
explodes
you can
into
get if
tiny
you fail that
pieces,
check?
Coming loose with a word.
No.
If you miss the shot, you shoot and kill Kuno S and get a game over.
I didn't know that could happen.
Yeah, you get a game over where it just goes to a newspaper about how Harry killed a kid. Like,
With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slump down.
Yes.
For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
wait, that's only if you actively choose to shoot her? Wait, what do you mean, Kryptonite? What do you mean actively choose to shoot her? What sequence of events allows you to make that choice? Who killed you?
Communism.
It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from. Only that it's right.
Oh, it was one of the options? Point the gun at Kuno S? Oh, I just immediately jumped to it because I saw red check with a gun.
Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
Dang. I kind of wish I'd done it. Point the gun at Kuno S.
You gotta say, you've been policed.
You've been policed.
Ace is high.
Slap it.
The lieutenant takes a little hop to perform the customary salutation. Your palm hurts from the slap. It's precise and down to the point.
I knew these guys were
Yeah, we're got a problem with it.
Kuno cracks with laughter. Sounds like someone strangling a seagull. It's clear he enjoys himself.
I knew they suck each other off.
What now?
We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before... Excuse me.
Slumped on the ground like that has not improved the way the corpse smells.
It's been fun being
The
here,
fall
but I
seems
do
to
have work in
released
the
something
morning.
deep
Yeah.
inside it.
I could head off.
All right, and I'm about to leave off too. I'm probably gonna watch like the Kuno S scene and then bow out. But thank you for joining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad I could be here. I don't need to see Trevor again, but I will. I know I will.
Don't worry, he's
All
up
right.
here for you as you leave. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
this is the perfect image for when you accidentally shoot the child and I get a game over. All right, see ya.
All right. Yeah, y'all have a good night.
All right.
It
Wow.
looks like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. Just a little breather before we do the autopsy.
Wait, field autopsy?
Yes. The 4 phases of a murder scene. 1. Investigation of the scene. I'm satisfied with that part. The trash container, the prints, we've been thorough enough. 2. Initial examination of the victim. We were pretty good in our efforts, and the autopsy will provide another chance. 3. Field autopsy. This will not be pleasant or easy, and it will have to be performed on the scene.
The fuck are they on about?
Cops are gonna cut his shit up next.
4 and final, transport of the coroner's case to the district morgue. I'll do that. God, this stinks.
Don't we have someone else for the autopsy, like a doctor?
No, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain. From crime scene to autopsy to cleanup, we do it all.
Honorary rank?
An honor and a burden attached to your rank. Mine is Lieutenant Detective, unfortunately. I can't tell you how tired I am of this corpse.
I don't think I'm a
With
detective.
shooting like that? Of course you are. Your station would not have assigned you to this case otherwise.
All right.
I would suggest we interview Everhart and Joyce, the leader of the union and the Wild Pines rep. But we've already done that, so it's up to you, Detective. Take us where we need to be.
He trusts you have plenty
Okay.
of things in a task chain
So-
lined up.
I was too over eager, chat. Like, so I'm a little upset at myself here. Let me save the game there. And now I'm actually curious where my most recent load was left. Let's see. Autosave this. The last autosave was a while ago. So it would be not worth it to do it. So I'm just going to pull up the scene. I wanted to see the Kuno S thing, which is why I jumped on the option so quickly. I wanted to see the game over. I just assumed it was because you fuck up on the thing. Chat, where's the load? Not the couch popper. No, not the couch. JD. Okay. Let me pull up where is it? Here. Let me pull up the Oh, wait. Here's how I can do it. I'm like struggling to get the thing going. Here we go. Oh, why is it not? Here it is. Here we go. I just want to see what this looks like here, this scene. So this is what happens if we pick point the gun at Kuno-S, I suppose.
You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty? Do it! Set me free!
Don't.
Do it!
The sound of the explosion from your gun echoes all over Martinez. The bullet found its way to the heart of district in mourning. Burned out cop shoots child. Yesterday, in the district of Martinez, a deranged law official from the paramilitary outfit that calls itself the Revachol Citizens Militia shot and killed 10-year-old Kuno-S Vitalainen. Locals are in shock. He was out of control, said Lawrence Scott, local hostel and cafeteria manager. I hope they put him away for good.
Hey, shout out to Gart, I suppose. What did the option actually say? Legendary, pull the trigger. Fuck you, little shit. Or point the gun back. So you have to do a composure check. You have to pass the composure check to be able to do it. This is one of the most obscene things I've ever seen. That's incredible. I am glad I didn't do it, actually, just because I hadn't made a save recently. I guess we could do the autopsy now, but I had just made... Let's see, we just had the autosave. So I think this is where I'm going to call it for tonight. That would have been a lot of lost progress. Probably not. I would have had to, like, spam the check again. I would have spammed the check and then probably just mashed through the dialogue, and that would have been okay. But thank you everyone in chat for joining. If you're not on Patreon or on YouTube members, consider joining so that you can get early access to video scripts, early access to videos, including the 6-hour Final Fantasy Supercut, which is now up. Pokemon Gen 4 early access materials are going to start going up. I made the first graphs today for Gen 4. So that's about to go up on Patreon. You get to be in the game club. We're about to start Zelda. It's going to be great. But only if you can, because I'm headed into my unemployment arc and, you know, bills. But thank you all so much for joining. I will see you all on Thursday on Speedy Hawk's channel for Dark Souls and next Saturday for Danganronpa. So thank you, Becklin, Lord Pint, Nora Neon, Blueberries, Kryptonite, Jay Swizzle, Some Guy, Le Brick Wall, Mari, Rob Leon. The camera's changing as I'm trying to scroll through chat. Milk Toast, Jose, and everyone else who has been by. Thank you all for joining, and I'll see you guys next time on Danganronpa, which I have to say, Danganronpa, that game actually owns, and all the people that said I wouldn't like it are nuts. Good night, homoerotic soy philosophers.